Just make a little video on Bot Free Group at the moment.
What for?
Oh, just for social media.
No, I don't want it done, thanks.
Oh, I'm doing it.
So, it's our company and I'm asking you not to do it.
Well, I can see it from the road, so...
Yeah, well, can you not film, please?
Well, I will be, I'll also...
Call the police, because you're not...
Call the police for someone with a camera?
Well, yeah, because you've done it them over there.
Yes. And I got my drone as well, so we'll be sending the drone over to get some drone footage, so...
You're not doing it?
If you're doing 911, not 999, 101, sorry. 999? What are you going to report? A man with...
Please.
Oh, let me hear this. Man with a camera.
It's harassment.
You've come out and harassed me, I'm not harassing you.
Hi there, and there's just on the industrial estate in Loud, and there's a strange chap walking around filming businesses and says he's sending drones up and taking footage and just, well, being pretty nosy.
An employee contacts the police, describing the auditor as suspicious for filming local businesses. However, the auditor had already explained why he was there and was openly recording from a public place. The caller also suggested he was acting with unusual curiosity, but observing or filming in public is not, by itself, unlawful. Rather than clarifying the situation, the report led to an unnecessary escalation based on assumptions instead of clear facts. When officers arrived, the focus appeared to shift toward questioning the auditor's lawful activity rather than first establishing whether any offense had occurred.
We've been called
Yep.
about somebody matching your description.
Absolutely, yeah, I'll give him the video. I'm stood there when he called. I think it's this one that called you, wasn't it?
So what's the crack? What's going on?
Just doing a bit of videoing today.
Sorry?
Just doing a bit of videoing today.
Okay, what's the purpose of the video?
My purpose, really.
No. What's the purpose of the video?
Sorry, no. My purpose, really. Thank you.
What is the purpose of the video?
Do I have to answer that question?
Well, yeah, because it
Well,
may be that you're breaking the law by if you
doing what? What law do you think I've broken?
Well, we'll start with GDPR rules.
Okay, that's nothing to do with the police, is it?
Is it not?
No. And it isn't anyway, because I'm public. I'm in public. I can film anything I can see in public, can't I?
Yeah, you can film in public,
Yeah.
but if you're overflying private premises and
Yeah.
videoing stuff that's on there, then
Yeah.
that becomes a little bit of an issue.
No, incorrect, officer. I'm sorry, you're incorrect.
During the exchange, the officer claims the auditor has breached GDPR. The auditor responds that GDPR does not generally apply to private individuals lawfully filming in public, but instead regulates how organizations handle personal data. Despite this well-known distinction, the officer continues relying on legislation that appears unrelated to the situation. As a result, the legal basis for challenging the auditor's recording becomes less convincing and raises further questions about the officer's understanding of the applicable rules.
So every aeroplane, hot air balloon, glider goes over, they're not allowed to video, is that what you're saying?
Well, aeroplanes won't be able to pick up as much detail as a drone overflying some specific premises.
Small aeroplanes.
What is the purpose behind? What interest do you have in filming?
It's mine. I like industrial estates, so I'll go to industrial estates making videos of companies I find interesting. Are you recording? It's flashing. There's a green light flashing.
Yes, it is.
Is that recording?
Flashing red, then I'll be recording.
Right, okay.
The green is not recording, so
Right,
what law
because
have I broken?
we don't know, you see, so we don't know that. So, but if you are not recording, that's fine. But you would have, one of your procedures you would have broke if you hadn't told me that.
Why is that?
Because you have to inform me. As well, you mentioned GDPR.
I can film anything I want in public. You've just come back.
No, not you. No, you're filming it as a company. You're an officer working for the law. You have to, by GDPR rules, you have to tell me. Like the sign on the gate there saying they're filming people.
Instead of addressing the auditor's explanation, the officer argues that he can also record anything in public. The auditor then highlights an important distinction, explaining that police body-worn cameras are subject to specific policies and data protection obligations. The discussion shifts to the different standards that apply to official police recordings compared with lawful filming by members of the public, raising further questions about the officer's reasoning.
GDPR works that way. Do you not understand that GDPR works that way?
Okay. So, what are we going to do about you filming? Because it's clearly causing annoyance to people.
That's not my problem. I'm in the public area filming. I'm not annoying anybody. They're annoying me, to be honest. They're actually annoying me. And they're annoying me. They come out and annoy me. He did. They annoyed me. I don't report them because I thought, well, just go back to work and leave me to it. So if you think I'm breaking any laws, then please quote the laws I'm breaking. Because I'm not breaking any law here.
This encounter raises concerns about the approach taken, with the focus appearing to shift from legal grounds to resolving a personal complaint despite no clear offense being identified. The auditor was lawfully filming in a public place, and someone feeling uncomfortable does not, by itself, make that activity unlawful. Police are expected to base their actions on the law rather than personal preferences. In this case, no clear legal justification was provided, and the officer instead appeared to encourage the auditor to leave because of others' concerns, blurring the distinction between lawful conduct and...
You seem a bit annoyed and that you can't get me on anything. That's wrong, isn't it, surely?
It's not the fact that I can't get you on anything, it's just that if you are causing somebody enough annoyance and they're worried about people's private details being published on the internet and what have you, because there are certain things that are visible from or to your drone camera.
Yeah.
And they are rightly concerned that those will be published on the internet.
Absolutely, can be concerned. Put them inside. Because anybody, I can go on that public path and fly my drone. I could have done it secretly. I let them know what I'm doing.
Okay, but from their point of view,
yeah,
can you see why it would cause an annoyance if you are entirely in the right and you are exercising your right as a person to do something that they don't want you to do?
Yeah. That's
and
right.
You refuse to stop when you've been asked, even though it's their premises that are affected by your actions.
So they said there, we're highly secret, blah, blah, blah. They're a fragrance company. I'm like, highly secret fragrances, really? You know, people really build themselves up to be bigger than they are, just to try to stop people exercising their God-given right, legal rights in this country, legal rights in this country, to video anything I can see from a public place.
Many businesses wrongly assume their internal policies override the rights people have in public places. Staff may refer to GDPR, privacy rules, or company policies without a clear legal basis for applying them to someone lawfully filming from a public area. Instead of recognizing those limits, some escalate the situation by contacting police over lawful activity. The auditor's response highlights this common misunderstanding and the importance of distinguishing private policies from public legal rights.
I can video anything I can see from a public place.
Does it not then become an issue because you can't see it from a public place because your drone is going into a private place to take these images?
It's flying over in the airspace which is controlled by the Civil Aviation Authority, and I obey all the laws for flying my drone. Civil Aviation Authority, there's no restrictions for flying in this area, on this estate, wherever, so I can fly my drone free will all over this place. I feel you're annoyed. I don't understand. You're not the feelings police. You've got to remember this. You're not the feelings police. You're here to feel.
I'm not the feelings police. I just find it incomprehensible that
But you're like him. It's not up to you to understand what I'm here to do. It's not up to you to understand that, is it? If I'm here and not breaking any law, then basically you need to just walk away and let them know he's not breaking any law. Leave him to it.
What stands out is that the auditor ends up suggesting the officer move on, something that should rarely be necessary. With no clear offense identified, there is little reason for the interaction to continue. Instead of bringing it to a close, the officer remains engaged, giving the impression that the focus has shifted from legal concerns to the individual. The exchange raises questions about whether the response was guided by clear legal grounds rather than professional judgment and respect for lawful public activity.
If a delivery is out in the yard waiting to be picked up and people's, their clients' details, addresses and what have you are on display.
Tell me this, officer. Do they have the right to tell me to stop videoing?
I think they've probably got the right to stop you from overflying their premises.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're incorrect.
I think they probably do.
I think you're incorrect.
If you look at the contracts when you buy a house, the property you own, then you also own the airspace above it. It doesn't stop at the roof of the house.
Maybe you do. That's all a bit grey, but...
So if you're overflying their property, then that does become a point where...
Right. Can you hear in the sky?
Sorry?
Can you hear in the sky? There's an airplane flying over.
Yes, there is.
So has he asked him if he can fly over his property? He's gone over his property.
As the officer continues defending the earlier position, the auditor points to a plane flying overhead and asks whether an aircraft needs permission to pass above private property. The comparison shifts the discussion by highlighting that airspace is regulated by aviation law rather than individual property owners. He uses the example to argue that drones operating within the relevant rules are not automatically required to obtain permission simply to fly overhead. The exchange challenges the earlier reasoning and emphasizes the importance of relying on the correct legal framework instead of assumptions.
Could have. See, what you're saying is a bit silly. I understand what you're saying. People kind of have this thing, they do own some of it.
Can your drone fly 20,000
I think
things?
obviously if they don't want you flying over, you know, like next to their businesses where there's information shown and things like that,
Okay.
I think they're polite, like, you know, so politely have to stop. Obviously I appreciate
Yep.
you've said it's escalated. If they'd like you to stop, then just want to keep things, you know.
But what about my thing? So what about me? I've come here to make videos and I want to make the video, so what about my thing?
Well, if
What about respect for me?
Just please not get any kind of private information involved in that.
Well, that's not on me though, that's on them. You can't, if they've left private information out.
If you do publish these videos online,
Yep.
can you make sure that the information is unreadable?
I'll do my best if I think it's confidential, but you can't see anything. I'm 30, 40, 50 metres up. I can't even make faces out, you know what I mean? And everybody goes mad about it. It's ridiculous.
If a business has genuinely confidential information, it is expected to protect it rather than leave it visible from public viewpoints. Holding a photographer or drone operator responsible for what is already visible from a lawful location overlooks that principle. The auditor also explains that his drone is flying at roughly 30 to 50 meters, making detailed images of faces or documents unlikely. With no clear legal basis to challenge the flight, the discussion turns to assumptions instead of the regulations that apply, highlighting the importance of relying on facts rather than speculation.
You know, sir.
I don't get that information out, I'm sorry. Do I need to? Think carefully what you're going to say next. I know there's one answer to this and it begins with N.
So the answer begins with
N.
N for,
No. When I said do I need to?
well,
No, there's not a well, there's no buts to it. It's either a yes or a no.
it's
If you
open
don't
to
want-
interpretation. It depends, because if I feel that you've been involved in ASB, then yes, you do. And it's
ASB,
Section
what's-
59 of the
CSB?
Police Reform Act.
What's
Yeah,
ASB?
social behaviour.
Antisocial behaviour?
Yes.
When the auditor asks, "Do I have to?" the officer replies that it depends on whether they believe he has been involved in antisocial behavior. That answer shifts attention to the legal basis for the request. Under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, officers may require a person's name only in specific circumstances where reasonable grounds exist. The exchange raises questions about whether those grounds were clearly explained, as police powers are expected to be exercised with objective justification rather than personal belief alone.
I think you'll be on a lawsuit against you if you arrested me for antisocial behaviour for a man with a camera. Then I think you'll be into a.
Suggesting that having a
I will take you to court. I will take you to court for
I'm
that.
suggesting, however, that you've been involved in an altercation, either one side or the other, and if I decide that that constitutes antisocial behaviour, then I can require you to provide me with your name and address details.
You can if you think I've committed a crime. But do you think I've committed a
If you've been
crime?
involved in ASB.
No. If you think I've committed a crime, you can
If
ask
you've been
me.
involved in ASB, that's how it works.
If you think I've committed a crime, if you think that's right, you're thinking I've been involved in the ASB, which is a crime, isn't it? So if you think I've committed a
ASB
crime,
isn't necessarily a crime, but one of the police powers that we have is to request the information from somebody who's been involved in ASB.
Right.
So you've been involved in an argument because you've refused to comply with somebody else's wishes. When, you know,
feelings, please. Again, we're back to the feelings, please.
The exchange raises questions about the use of antisocial behavior powers. Simply declining a request is not, on its own, evidence of antisocial behavior. These powers are intended for conduct involving harassment, intimidation, or genuine disruption, not lawful activity that others may find frustrating. By relying on a broad interpretation without clearly identifying the legal grounds, the officer's explanation appears less convincing and reinforces the need to apply these powers carefully and consistently.
it's not about feelings, please. You know that there has been a confrontation between you and somebody else.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That to me is antisocial behaviour.
From his side, correct? Yeah.
Okay. So. Is
So
there-
go get their name and address and all
We'll be
information.
going over there in a minute.
It's not antisocial behaviour. It's
Would
rubbish.
you like just to provide your details? Obviously, you've said there's been a crime of public order because they've shouted and sworn at you. You don't want to make a complaint. Would you
At
like
this-
to provide your details to go on the crime report?
At this time, no. If I get home and I feel that I do need to, when I watch the video back and I do feel that it was bad enough,
Can I
then
give you the instant number then? Just to
yes, please, absolutely give me the
contact us
instant. Yeah, definitely.
If you'd like to provide your details.
Yep. So I'll write that down. Right, but you won't be getting my name because if I did it anonymously. So if you're thinking I'm going to do that, so you get my name.
No. It's just obviously if you want to provide your details.
What's the date
Is
today?
there any particular reason you won't provide your details?
Yes, one massive one.
What's that?
I don't want to.
What would it gain by withholding your details?
What would it gain? Now, okay,
Lose you to provide
right. So let me just reverse that back. So what it would gain for you if I provide my details, that goes straight.
spoken to.
It goes, doesn't matter though, does it? It goes straight on your Intel. You put this description, my name, all my details on your Intel. I don't want to be on your Intel.
You're
So,
doing nothing wrong. What's the harm?
no, you can't use that. No, I have.
That's a question. I'm not using it. I'm asking you a question.
Well, yeah. Well, you can't say if you're doing nothing wrong. Why don't you give your name? That's just rubbish, isn't it? I don't have to give my name, do I? And I don't want to. It's as simple as that.
Fine, you don't want to. But what would be the harm?
I've just told you it'll go on your Intel. So it'll go against the incident. It'll go on your Intel. I don't want to be on your systems, thank you. Exactly what I say about the recording.
The auditor raises an important question about why personal details are requested when no clear offense has been identified. He argues that where there is no legal obligation to provide information, people should understand their rights before volunteering personal details. The discussion highlights the balance between information gathering and individual privacy, focusing on whether the request is supported by clear legal authority and appropriate in the circumstances.
Okay, so if you get into trouble, somebody beats you up for the things that you're doing and you won't stop when they ask you to, you get beaten up and then
Yep.
we come across you. How do we know who you are? It might help us.
Well, I think when you come, I'll give you my name then. What?
We don't know. You don't have to give it.
Well, what if I got beaten up and I'm going to take them to court ready to do, or get you guys to do something about it? Then I
Anything
wouldn't.
else we can help with?
Not for me, no. I don't know if you want to speak to these guys,
We'll
but
have a chat with them over there, and obviously.
Absolutely.
Well.
yeah, no problem. Okay.
Very much indeed
All right.
for your time.
Thank you. Cheers. It's a walk of shame.
The encounter ended only after another officer stepped in, rather than because the disagreement was resolved. Much of the discussion focused on the legal basis for the officer's actions, with GDPR, requests for personal details, and antisocial behavior powers becoming key points of debate. The auditor maintained that filming in a public place was lawful, while the officers continued to question that position. Whatever viewers conclude, the footage highlights the importance of understanding the law, applying it consistently, and recording public interactions to provide an accurate account of events. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out BP Visit through the link in the description and support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.